Alright guys, welcome back to Team Fish Nichols YouTube channel. This is Josh Quick and Marking, and today we have a question and answering video for our regionals coming up on Saturday, and in 2 weeks there's another one in Florida. But here we have, 5 other people with us. If y'all just want to introduce yourselves real quick and where y'all from.
It's a lot of y'alls.
Be
I'm
quiet,
Brett.
oh my goodness.
I'm from Missouri.
I'm Jimmy. I'm from Virginia.
My name is Mia Violet. I'm from Oregon.
I'm Israel from California.
And then we have Jose on the far right.
Jose, and I'm from Florida.
There we go.
There we go.
Just came out of the boot just to say that.
I can't, he has his mic muted sometimes. But I guess we can go over these questions real quick. Hopefully it's not too long. But first question is, if you had to dye your hair to match your deck type, would you still continue your choice for regionals?
God.
I would just play a fire deck. I wouldn't have to dye my hair.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my hair color is not going to change.
I'll
So,
just play pyro.
I'd play Fairy Box.
Yeah, that's cheating.
What?
I mean, my
That
hair's
sounds
already
good.
like kind of black, so I guess I can still play Evital.
I think it's like, well, say like your hair is already the color of the deck you want to play. Like, what would the next deck you play? Would you dye your hair that color?
I don't know.
I would
Oh,
not dye
God.
my hair green. I would definitely not do that.
What do I even want to play? I guess I want to play fairies this weekend. So I
Do
guess
it, Britt. Pink hair.
I could rock some pink.
Yeah, join the club.
Just put like a streak in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few like streaks here and there. I think it would look good. I bet I could
Yeah,
do it.
it match, you know.
Okay, so how do you feel about the results of the ECC, and do you believe that these results will influence the U.S. regionals meta?
Definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of confirmed some stuff we already knew. Like, Fairies is pretty good. Rizian doesn't really go anywhere. I don't know. I thought the Golbat line in the Rizian was interesting, but I think it's pretty much kind of stuff we already knew.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely do stuff. I think that like Virizion as a deck in particular is something that a lot of areas in the U.S. like to ignore all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
that's very true.
you see Virizion everywhere on the East Coast, like since last year
Yeah.
at nationals and stuff. But then just like anywhere else, like I hardly played any Virizion at my cities and just like started playing decks because I knew I didn't have to worry about the matchup. But I think it'll definitely see an increase in play, and the straight fairies deck is interesting. I bet some like good people will play that too.
Yeah, like-
there wasn't much. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
No, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say there wasn't much Virgin in the Northwest at all. I think 2 people played it mostly up here. It wasn't really too much of a presence. As for fairies, yeah. I was very surprised that it did that well. I'm very glad it did that well because I thought the deck was super cool beforehand. And it may change people's idea to play Pyro for the regionals.
That's true.
Yeah, or Flareon.
I think always like having a big event, outside the U.S. before a U.S. event, it always helps people's confidence. Like, say you have a deck, you don't know how good it is, and then you see it actually performing in tournaments, even if it's like Europe or you guys remember Canadian Nationals, like, oh god, it was like 4 years ago, I think, where it was the mid-season rotation. But I think whenever like someone performs with a deck, it always makes you feel better about it because you know it could work.
Yeah, true. You got anything to say, Sosa, or not really?
Well,
Yeah.
like for the Virgin thing, in the Southwest, it wasn't really that big at first, and then it got like in the middle, it became a little big when Aroma got a little bigger, but ever since it just kind of died out. Just with Aroma just still being able to beat the deck, with some other weird stuff coming up like Flareon, Night March had a little thing going on, and then Evital's
Yeah.
getting still a little big. You know, I definitely think I could see it coming because Sensitoad is kind of big out here too. I would definitely see it as like the underdog. I wouldn't say like a very popular kind of a deck, but I could definitely see it making a good run if it gets the right matchups.
Okay, sure. Alright, so the next question is, Crobat and everything, do you dig it or not?
I think it's a good card.
yeah.
I don't know how practical it is, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it a lot as a card. I would not put it into a lot of decks, but I think it fits well in some. Like the recent Landorus Bats is very popular. ECC winner did, well, saw success with a 1/1 Golbat line, as I believe was mentioned earlier. But I don't think it fits in every deck.
Yeah, it's a lot of space usually.
Yeah, I think it's like obviously like really bad in some decks. Like you definitely don't want to play it in like fairies and obviously a lot of decks have to play it. But like I think in the Virizion deck, I think it's really interesting. Like if you're worried about Donphan, like it's probably better than Deoxys. And I could see it being good in like a Flareon deck. Like it's like Deoxys in that deck too, in that it'll like add damage and it can do the same thing from the discard, but you get the free retreat and the spready attacks. So I think it would definitely be something to test in Flareon, but not everything for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. What do you think will be the most popular decks at regionals?
Huh.
In my area, I'm assuming there's going to be, as normal, a lot of Eviltal. People going to go safe play with Risen Genesect due to the consistency. And then I think Toadpuff. That deck got really popular at the end of cities up here. So I have a feeling people who found success in cities with that deck are going to go further with it. And then I guess finally, Manectric style decks.
Yeah, I agree with Eviltal Virizion. I think I'm playing in Virginia. I think some fighting is going to make a resurgence. Perhaps maybe Donphan. I don't know. I think that the way the format's kind of been rotating around, Manectric got kind of good. Fighting kind of went away for a while, but now you have Landorus Bats coming up. I think Donphan is my sleeper personally for regionals. I wouldn't play it, but I feel like Donphan's the kind of deck where if you don't address it, you could lose to it for sure.
Yes.
My area more or less saw a lot of success from Toad decks, never with Slurpuff, but a lot of Seismitoad Garbodor was doing well towards the middle. And towards the end, it all the Landorus Manectric deck started winning a lot. So I expect those, but then probably an expected amount of the Grass deck and Evital as well. So just basically everything you expect. I don't expect any Flareon, though. I think that's mostly like a Florida thing. So
Yeah.
Florida. That's why there was barely no one played VG. Florida. Flareon got pretty big. And Toad also.
Yeah, Toad's definitely a factor. In just so many different ways, too. Like, the card's just so dynamic. Like, you could play it on its own in its deck. Like, you saw some people playing Manectric Toad. So Eviltals play Toad. Like, it's just such a good card. Like, even if it's not the deck, you always have to be ready for just, like, Seismitoad shenanigans, I guess.
I think in the Southwest it's going to be Aroma, Manectric. Manectric and Aroma were the big things in cities. But I think like the overall biggest thing in the Southwest is Semsitoad. Anything you could fit Semsitoad in, just expect it.
Yeah. So good. Such a good card.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you sacrificing Valentines with your ladies, why are you doing that?
Is that just for Mia?
Am I the only one here?
I don't know. John Kettler said it.
Okay. Well, my girlfriend also plays Pokemon, but I think she'll be volunteering, so she'll be stuck all night, so I have an excuse to play all day.
Okay.
I mean, I'd prefer not to have to play on the day, but whatever.
I know I did my Valentine's stuff last weekend on the 7th instead of the 14th, so we kind of lost Jose and Israel there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do most of my stuff next weekend after Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I like Jose's face. Alright, I guess we'll keep on going, because this one's just for Brit. What is your favorite Taylor Swift album?
That's a hard question. I think Red is probably the best one.
My last answer.
What's up, Jose?
Yeah, I was gonna say my last answer from the other question was I don't have a wifey. That's why.
There you go.
So what are you gonna say, Britt?
What was the other question?
Definitely, it's red.
It's what?
Red.
Oh,
The
okay.
third one.
Red's a solid album.
I'm gonna have to say the new one. I'm gonna say 1989.
1989 is the only one I've ever listened to, so I don't know any
I,
others.
I thought I, I thought I was pretty. I thought I was good. But yeah,
Alright, so the next kind of big question is Tasting Toad or Garb Toad, and why?
Garb Toad, no question. I don't think, no hesitation for me. I think the Slurpuff idea, it's kind of cute, but I mean, I don't know how practical it is. I think Garbodor it shores up so many bad matchups. It's proven the combo, no trainers, you can't remove the Garbodor. It's like, I just think it's infinitely better.
honestly, the Slurpuff is just more consistent. Like, but the Garbodor just compete a lot more things. Like, but once you get 3 or 4 Slurpuffs, it's like you're gonna have everything.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't know. I just like Garbodor a lot. I think you can make Sazerac Garbodor consistent enough to where it's more of a threat of a deck. That's just my opinion.
I feel like, as previous mentioned, Slurpuff is very, very good for consistency, especially late game if you get end down. It also lets you do something like Zero Stick or Flare Grant and still have draw power, which is extremely powerful. But I still think that Garbodor is much better due to shutting off abilities and giving your Virgin matchup just that much more oomph.
Yeah, you give yourself a chance against Virgin, I feel like. With Slurpuff, it's such an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what about if they verse each other? Which one do you think is the better deck then?
They play against each other?
Yeah.
I
Garbodor.
don't think that really
I'll still
matters.
say
I think either way it's gonna come down to whoever gets the first Toad lock.
Yeah, if you can lock the code,
That's true,
well,
that's
it's
true.
Yeah.
The tools are honestly huge, too. Like, if you can be the Toad swinging for 50, and the other guy swinging for 30, it's such a big deal. Like,
Definitely.
getting ahead in those trades, everything. I
And
don't
whoever
know.
gets that first laser hit.
Laser's so huge.
And
It's,
if you can
yeah.
get Flare Tools off too.
Yeah,
You get 2 Flare Tools and then item lock them, you're gonna win that matchup.
I
That
don't
would pretty
think-
much be the dream.
the Garbodor and the Slurpuff aren't too relevant, I think. I think it's more just about first Toad, like Jose said.
Okay.
Yeah. If everything was exactly even in some perfect world, I think Garbodor would win, because
Yeah.
Toadpuff's only, I guess, advantage is the ability that Puff has, and if that's shut off, Garbodor is doing better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually played the Slurpuff version at a league challenge this weekend, and it was a real small one, but I won. And I was really surprised with how good the deck was. I like it's just really fast, really consistent, and you just like once you get like 2 Slurpuffs out, you just like draw your deck every other turn, and then like trump card it in between turns.
Yeah,
And it was just
I think
really
it's very
strong.
good.
But
down here.
I think it all comes down to like who attacks first, and like if the other Toad player plays Pokemon Center Lady or Ninja.
Yeah, that's huge. Center Lady is huge.
0-6.
Zero Stick is so good.
I like both of those cards. I think almost any deck I would play this weekend, I would consider playing both.
Mm.
0-6 and Center Lady, that is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I play Zero Stick in most of my decks, not Center Lady though.
I had a bad
I played-
experience with Zero Sick.
I think I played Center Lady in every one of my decks that I like scored points with at Cities.
Yeah, I think it's very powerful. I just never really had it when I wanted it, so I dropped it.
It definitely grew on me.
It's really nice.
Honestly, one of the biggest things about Toad is Super Scoop Up.
Yeah,
That's the most annoying card ever when they
I
play
agree.
it. Like, even when I was playing Landorus Crobat, like I still almost beat them even if they flipped 2 or 3 heads on Super Scoop Up. But it was still hard. It was like, nah, can't.
Yeah.
That was a more annoying version.
Yes,
Yeah,
Super
Super
Scoop
Scoop
Up's
Up's
okay.
Resurgence is awful.
It's a bad card for the game, in my opinion.
It takes all my damage off. I hate it.
It's a flip too, which I just hate flips. Like
right?
Scoop Up Cyclone's different. Like you can only play one. It's once a game. Automatic. Okay, that's fine. But the flip is just the whole. It bothers me.
All right. So, next question is, what is the OTP of the Pokemon TCG? I'm not even sure what OTP is.
One
Yeah.
true pairing.
Untrue pairing.
Oh, okay.
What's that mean?
I guess
I actually don't know.
Explain.
like the best combo together or something.
Okay.
I think he means who would make the best couple in a type of.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I took it as.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I took it. Who shipped with who?
I've never heard it like that before. I don't know.
I don't think it's talking about cards. I think it's talking about players.
It's
It's new
same.
lingo. I like Kyle Sablehouse and Michael Diaz. I think that's a good one.
That's a pretty good one. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for this
That's
one.
a tough one.
I'd have to think.
I don't know. I like Sam Chen and pretty much anybody.
It's pretty good.
Sam Chen
Chen's
and
very-
Simon.
Sam Chen is
Simon
the most
Narose.
interesting man in Pokemon.
Sam Chen's awesome. I like him a lot.
He's like, I don't always play Pokemon, but when I do, I win.
So the next question is, how did you get your nickname? I think James was just talking to me. So when I was in 7th grade, I was skateboarding with a friend, and we were playing skate, and he did a trick, and then I landed it. It was my first time doing it, and when I did it, I had squeaked, supposedly, like my voice squeaked, and he started calling me Squeaky, and that's kind of how it stuck. So I got it.
Approve.
What?
I said I approve.
Oh.
Good name.
Yeah.
Pretty good nickname.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
okay.
Ed,
It's okay.
I mean, I guess probably the top 5.
Alright, so the next question is, what is the best thing to do the night before regionals? Like, do I sleep for a full 10 hours in confidence, or do I test all night because sleep is for the weak and Yu-Gi-Oh players?
Huh. Well, I would not oversleep. I think you should definitely get sleep, but you don't want to sleep too much, because if you sleep like 9-10 hours, like the more you sleep sometimes the more you can get tired. So I would sleep like a good amount, like not too little, not too much. But I mean, if you're not prepared, I wouldn't just roll over and just go to sleep that night either. Like always try to play a few games the night before, just make sure you're ready. Anything you can do will help. But don't
I don't sleep like a whole lot. I usually go to bed like way later than I like feels like I should, but I usually am fine in the morning. Like go to bed by like 3 or 4 and you're fine. Just play games, watch games. I usually like to watch people play more than I like to play, because if I play I'll like psych myself out. Like get like one bad hand and be like, oh, I can't play this deck. But like watching people play is like I feel like I learn similar things, but like won't psych myself out.
I'm the same way. I love to watch people play. It's less effort, and I could also pick up things that I wouldn't have normally done.
Yeah.
Like I like to save my playing for the tournament. That
I
makes
just
sense.
sleep a
Take a
lot
walk.
and then I don't eat.
Who sleeps?
Whatever
man?
works,
I
honestly,
do
though.
not sleep on. Like before, like a big tournament or any tournament, I just do not sleep. I'll sleep maybe an hour. It's like, oh, the sun's coming up. I should probably close my eyes for a bit before I walk out. You know, for especially like for Worlds this year, maybe in the 2 days I was there before the tournament, I slept maybe 6 hours.
Oh dear.
Yeah, man, you don't
Worlds
want
this
to
year
miss.
was the worst for me.
Yeah, Worlds, it's too exciting. You don't want to sleep. You're missing out on something if you're
Mhm.
sleeping.
Yeah, like because this year for Worlds, I had the last chance qualifier, and then after I got done with that, I just wanted to go to sleep. But my room was like they were all already in Worlds, and they just refused to sleep and just kept making noise. So that I woke up the next morning like twice as tired. So I mean, sleep is important, but just sleep enough that you can sleep. Like Britt was saying, as long as you get some sleep, you should be fine. You just make sure you're prepared for the tournament, because it is an investment of money and time.
Yeah, a lot of times you're probably gonna wake up and you're still not gonna be showing your deck list anyways. You're gonna be like, man, I want to change 1 or 2 cards. I don't know. You're gonna do it at the last minute. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Mia, were you saying something?
I was just kind of agreeing here and there. I sleep a lot, and I wake up, and then I don't eat breakfast, and then I go to a tournament.
I used to never eat breakfast before tournaments. I've started to, but like I used to get way too nervous. But I feel like it helps if you eat.
Yeah.
I feel bad if I eat.
Like I would eat if it just presented to me right there, but I don't go out of my way to do it.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
You always
I
gotta
think-
have Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
So you always
I
gotta
think-
eat before. Oh, sorry, Mia.
Oh no, I apologize.
No,
I was
no.
gonna say, I think I had 2 handfuls of trail mix for 2 days at Worlds, and that's all I ate.
Fuck
And-
that.
I don't know. I don't like
Trail
eating
mix.
it.
Trail mix is good stuff though.
It is good.
Trail mix is good. And then
Alright.
afterwards, I had so many chili dogs.
All right. So the next question is, what should I name my cat?
I would kind of need a picture. I feel like sometimes the color of the cat affects the name.
He didn't put a picture. He just said, "What should I name my cat?"
Oh, well, Hover's not a bad name.
Okay.
That's my contribution.
There you go.
Fluffy?
I am not a fan of cats. I will abstain.
Garfield, next question.
Okay. The next question is, will you be my Valentine? Who cares? Favorite aspect of the competition?
People. I love seeing all the people. I love hanging out. I've met so many good friends through Pokemon. It's like, even if I do bad, it's just all these people who are just like me. And I get to just hang out and chill. Like, that's kind of what does it for me.
Yeah. Even if you do bad at a tournament, you still want your friends to do good. So
Yeah,
You're still-
you always will have another friend that does bad. I don't know how that works, but there will always be someone else you know who does bad, and then it's always fun when you and someone else do bad, and then you just hang out.
Definitely.
Winning is my favorite part.
Oh yeah, I love winning. Don't get me wrong.
oh, yeah.
I like winning. I don't really do that too much. I prefer the people. People are good. Community's awesome.
I hate it all. It's too much money. So the next question is the Hard Charm Fairies deck a meta call or a Jinno contender that everyone has largely missed out on until now?
I personally have been testing that deck for like 2 months now, 3 months now. I didn't even know whether people were toying with it, and it just shows up at the ECC and destroys. I would consider it as an actual good call, depending on your meta.
I think it's really good in general. I think it has strong matchups against like
yeah.
the majority of the field. Like you don't beat Metal. I don't think you beat Flareon, but I think almost
You can
everything
beat
else-
Metal if you pick Kangaskhan.
Or Pyro.
That's about it.
I think in this format, it's like everything has a bad matchup somewhere. So like, I don't know. I like the Fairies Hard Charm. Any kind of Fairies to me is pretty good, but I like the Hard Charm version especially. Like, I feel like it flows really well. It's another card to help you live those hits, and then just Max Potion. I mean, honestly, it's just whatever works. I think it's a good combo.
The deck is definitely a threat. So people are probably gonna, people they're gonna play Tool Retriever now, and their VGs after that.
Yeah, Pyro may see some play because it kind of gets screwed by that. So would, well, maybe Metal. I think Metal's strong except for a few solid matchups.
Definitely a threat,
Yeah.
especially with the Hard Charm and Jamming
I
Knife.
mean,
Just-
Pyro is also. I think Pyro will probably see more play also.
Yeah.
Because Pyro beats the Fairy deck, Pyro beats Metal, Pyro beats VG.
Yep. That's
So
why
it's
I think Pyro would be pretty popular. Though I hope it won't be. I hope that.
There's just so many decks around right now.
Yeah, I like it. There's like so many competitive, viable decks.
Now,
Same with Fairy.
do you think, like, since there is so many decks, do you think that's good or bad? A good or bad thing for Pokemon? Because I know, like, back when I started, everybody was playing SP, and it was basically who was the better SP player. But now it's basically like do you have the deck that counters everybody? Like, that's what I don't really like about this meta right now. I don't know.
Nah, I think it's good. I think it's good.
That's
It's a
brand new
different
one.
kind of good.
you don't always want to see the same decks winning. It's like,
Yeah.
that's boring.
I think it's hard to compare to SP. Like SP was kind of a really unique format. But I always like formats where there's a lot of decks because it's always refreshing to see something new do well. And sometimes like the extended that's a bad word to use. The big format where there's a lot of decks in the format. Sometimes decks that people slept on or didn't think were very good just come out of nowhere again. Like Stay Dawn Fan, that's my example. There's so many decks you can't beat everything, so it's kind of cool.
I definitely like it.
Yeah.
Just get that feeling. It's like when they flip over, it's like, okay, what am I going against this round? Instead of like, you know, like in the other past formats, it's like, okay, it's probably Darkrai. Oh, sweet. And Darkrai. Maybe Plasma. This one, it's just
I
exciting.
love the diversity.
Yeah, and that's when someone makes a rogue deck and does pretty good with it. It just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
Now, for extended, do y'all have like decks in mind, or you just gonna like play whatever deck that you already have like picked out? Because I know some people aren't even testing extended. They're just kind of like trying to make it like where they make top 32, but they're not really worried about extending. Do you think that's like a bad play on their part, or no?
I feel like
I don't worry about
you gotta make
extended.
day 2 first. That's always been my
Yeah, I
motto.
just focus on that.
Once you
AC
get
first.
there, you can kind of address that. But I don't like spending too much time on extending before the tournament because there's no guarantee you'll get there. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't touched extended at all this entire season. Mostly because I'm kind of lazy in putting it off. I think it's a cool format, but I think testing it is definitely something that should happen for most people who expect to get top 8, but you should put your priority towards getting top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing about that fairy that we were talking about before, all of the ECC was all standard.
Right.
You know that, right? So that might change things going into day 2.
I think my philosophy for it is to focus more on day 1. Like that's the longer tournament, right? Especially if your regionals is like small enough. Like I know Oregon, I'm sure. I don't know about SoCal. Will just be they'll go like 7-8 rounds and just go straight into top 8. So especially then, I would just focus on getting top 8, and then because then you have like 3 rounds to play after that.
Yeah.
And then in St. Louis and bigger places, just like focus on the larger tournament first, and then just like think about it. I don't think it's that much difficult.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Origin is too big.
You get the night to think about it anyway, so.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Now
it's more diverse in the day 2 than it is on day 1, so you really don't know what to expect.
Yeah, you kind of just have to go with what you're feeling.
Right. You gotta at least have at least one plan.
Metagaming like 400 people is a lot harder than like metagaming 32. Like you get to play a lot more like tighter, like party lists.
Or even 8, like those top 8
Right.
regionals. Or 7 actually, 'cause you're not counting yourself. But
Right.
still.
Now, do you think they should get rid of the day 2, like the extended stuff of day 2, like the ACC did? Like, I still don't even know why they didn't have it. Like, wasn't theirs technically regionals?
I don't think
know.
Crobat does extended, like ever. I know they've done it a few times, but I think they almost never do it. They certainly don't have to.
That event was actually classified bigger than a regional because first place got 500 points.
Right.
It's different, and second got 300, so it's definitely more than a regional. But I don't really like extended, to be honest. I'd rather just keep it all standard.
Yeah. I like extended as like a funding, but tournament wise, I don't really like it too much. But I also haven't like toyed with it and played it in the tournament.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of 2 different formats, or at least 2 different like tournaments, so to speak. It's like I feel like the better players really come out on top when you have to go through 2 different formats, and then because sometimes I feel like someone in the past could make like making a good deck choice does take skill, but you could get lucky with a deck and then just run the table in all the same format. But with extended, that doesn't happen. Like it resets. Well, it doesn't reset, but like you have to play either a different deck or risk the same deck day 2.
Yeah, I bet like if the ECC was day 2 extended, I bet you that whole tournament would have been changed. People would have been playing Pyroar. They'd be like, oh, look at all this VG. You know, who knows if that fairy deck would even have went that far.
Yeah.
I kind of don't mind the extended for day 2, just because just have dark patches.
Yeah,
But other than that,
I agree with that too. Dark Patch is so good.
but other than that, I kind of wish they just stuck with the standard. Just worry about one format instead of 2. It would have been nice.
I think I'll like extend it more next format when Duskmar rotates.
Okay, if you if regionals was tomorrow, what deck would you be playing right now?
Evil
Evil Tall.
Landy Bats.
I wonder.
Fairies.
Duskmar Darkrai?
Alright, so do you have anything else to say? I don't have any more questions to actually go over.
Do you have any questions of your own?
That's what I've been doing for like the past 5 minutes.
Oh. I don't know if you ran out or not.
Okay, how about this? Have y'all tested the new stuff yet? The Primal Clash set yet?
No.
No.
Nope.
I have not touched it.
I don't even
I
care
didn't even
about
look
it.
at this up.
Yeah.
But
I have
the day after
regionals and then-
Virginia, though.
We still get 2 weeks. You know, we get 2 weeks to think about that.
Yeah, true. Jose, which regionals are you going to?
Virginia. And mine. Ah.
Is everybody, who's all going to Florida?
I'll be in Florida.
I wish I
Okay.
did.
Yeah, boy. You going, Britt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Sos? Are you going?
No, unfortunately. Wanted to go too. I was so excited about that idea.
You should just drop the money and go like I did.
True.
Florida's gonna be a grind, man. The only regionals in the country, new format.
People gonna go in there like, what the hell do I play?
I think that's why it's gonna be some fun.
It's gonna be a blast, though. I'm really excited for both the regionals, especially
I'm-
Florida.
Like the winner of there, that's gonna come down to like, you know, who actually tested and stuff there.
Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
for it.
I'm excited for day 2 at Florida Regionals.
Yeah,
That's
it should
gonna
be
be
fun.
really fun.
Well, okay. I know we haven't like played the cards, but like just like generally looking at them, like what would you think is a good deck to play?
I think Groudon is insane if you can't play Lysander when it's active,
Yes, I was thinking that too.
which we're still like unclear on, but otherwise, Gardevoir seems really strong.
I know
Wait,
on
is it-
PlayCGO you can't target it.
Right.
Is that really a
Yeah.
thing? Like, no Lysander when it's active?
It was a discussion that was on Burbank the other day. I think Britt and I both chimed in. Like,
Yeah.
say Groudon's active with the ability, or I guess the primal trait. Can you Lysander something on the bench like a Landorus EX? And that was the
Oh, so it's like the old like Trapinch versus Unknown G thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Can you move or not? Yeah, I don't know.
2009.
Yeah, Groudon does look like it looks like a very powerful card. The one thing my impression was on both Groudon and Kyogre was the glaring grass weakness. I don't know how that will come into play, but
Oh.
I think there's definitely some weaknesses. Like, I like Gardevoir a lot. The one thing I like about Gardevoir though is it covers the weakness with like the basics attack, or the lower guy's attack can cover my little weakness.
I think Groudon's weakness can be covered if you want to play weakness policy, since they can't remove it due to its primal trait. So.
Yeah, you could like Tool Retriever the Spirit Link and then.
Yeah, Tool Retriever or just not Spirit Link. I mean, there's a few options, but they could work.
I really like the diversity.
Yeah, I think the power creep is absolutely insane, and I don't like that, but I like the attacks and how they play. Like, I think the traits are super cool, just not the 250 damage and 240 health.
I like the 4 new stadiums that are coming out. I think that whenever there's a lot of stadiums in the game, it's always interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stadium Wars.
Stadium Wars.
Alright, I don't have any more questions unless y'all can think of anything.
I got nothing. I'm gonna go play test.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
So.
I already asked my 3 important questions.
Yeah.
We'll come back
Wait,
with a better.
wait, who else is
OTP
going to Virginia?
answer.
Or just Jimmy?
Yeah, just Jimmy.
Are we all going to different regionals?
So what about everyone else?
Squeaky's
Going to
coming to
SoCal.
St. Louis.
Yeah,
with
I'm going
me.
to St. Louis.
St. Louis, St. Louis.
I'm in Oregon, so
Alright,
Oregon.
so you have your own, right?
Yeah, SoCal.
Representing all the regionals.
Yeah, I try to get
Pretty
everybody
cool.
from each regionals.
I'd have loved to go to SoCal, but it's on the same weekend as Oregon.
Are you guys doing the money thing still again or no?
No, that was last year only. I'm kind of bummed. Like, last year was really cool. The turnout was awesome. So I think we're going to have fewer players now because there's not $1,000 on the line.
That was just crazy. It was just unfortunate it was on the same weekend as SoCal.
Yeah. I'm bummed I got knocked out of top 8 there. I was like, oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the regionals placement this year is they didn't, I think I'm right on this, but they have 4 regionals on Valentine's Day, and then the weekend after there's nothing, and then the regionals after that. Like, Florida is the only one. I feel like they could have spread it out a little better, especially like Oregon and California. I know there's probably a lot of people who aren't happy that those 2 are on the same weekend.
Missouri and
It was like that last year too, so it wasn't.
Yeah,
No,
they're
it's
like
just-
always. Well, I've only played for 2 years, so I can't speak for too long.
Yeah.
They're always usually on the same weekend, states and regionals, which is really, really unfortunate.
I don't know. I don't make the decisions.
Can you please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Actually,
judge
that's,
at Worlds.
Yeah, I wish Virginia and St. Louis were 2 different weekends. So.
could ask everyone.
I know
Comment
last
section,
season,
so.
last season Virginia and Missouri were on different weekends because I went to both of them. And so it's like, why isn't there just week 2 regional? That's
I don't know
weird.
why. Everything's all like super pushed back this year too. I'm not sure why, but like St. Louis
Yeah.
regionals last year, like I was still on winter break. It was like in
Right.
January.
Yeah, it was in January, yeah.
It makes no
It goes
sense.
into April,
Because
too.
one week has 4 regionals, 1 week has 0, 1 week has 1. What?
I like the week in between with nothing, but I don't like the, I guess, 4 and then 0 and then 1. Like if it were 302 or even 303 if they found another regionals, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But having a week between just helps people rest and actually travel and, do stuff.
That's true. That's very true.
What would be like a sleeper deck y'all wouldn't see coming at regionals? Like I know we talked about Pyroar being good. Like anything else?
I think I said this earlier, but mine personally is Dawn Fan.
Donphan. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
Donphan is definitely like one of those decks that just like it doesn't seem good. Everyone like thinks they have a good matchup with it, but it just wins the tournament. Like kind of like VG at Worlds. Like no one thought VG was like
Yeah.
being played, or like no one worried about it, and it just like beat everyone. I definitely
have
think
to
Donphan
address
is like that
Donphan
type
always.
of deck.
Gotta put Mr. Mime in, you'll win.
Oh, I tried to win the VG, it didn't work.
You played like 40 Oxus. So.
I played 3.
What?
That start you had on me too when you flipped over 2 Deoxys. I was like, what am I playing against here? You prized like 3 Genesects.
Jeez.
It was so good. And we played the Psychic Energy. Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
The Psychic Energy is clutch, but I don't get 3 Deoxys. That's...
It's so you can help one-shot Flygons.
Was there even that much Flygon at Worlds? I don't.
Don't
know.
remind me. I know there wasn't.
At
okay.
Worlds, I
I
didn't
played-
face a single
I played
Flygon or
Flygon.
see a single Flygon near me.
I didn't play against one.
In the 9 rounds, I played like 6 Darkrais.
I played a lot of Darkrai Garb and Rosing Genesect and
I
Plasma.
played a lot of Lugia.
Yes.
I was definitely bottom feeding, but I definitely got a few plasmas. Little Verizian, a little mix of everything.
Yeah.
Played a Plasma round 1 and 2, and then I didn't see it past that. I also played 2 Enhanced Hammer, so...
Hey, Jimmy, do you still remember
Yeah.
that story from Worlds? What happened to you in the first round or the second round?
Yes, I do.
Can you go over it again? I still don't understand how it happened.
It's very
I don't know the
embarrassing.
story.
It's a very
I love
embarrassing
stories.
story. But I will share this story because I'm a good person. So, for those of you who don't know, I was fortunate enough to qualify for Worlds the day before, the last chance qualifier. And my plan after making it, I was not going to change a card. I was just like, this is, this worked already. If I do bad, I do bad. I already achieved my goal. So I woke up in the morning and I was counting my deck at the Worlds player meeting, and I had 59 cards. Now, if I had thought about this logically, there's no way I could have had 59 because I didn't touch my deck at all. So what I did was, thinking I had 59, I went over to Israel knows him. Chris Nguyen had an extra Enhanced Hammer. I was just asking around, and so I borrowed Enhanced Hammer. But it turns out that it ended up becoming my 61st card without me even knowing. Oh. So the first round I played against Ben Potter, who I know pretty well because he plays around me, and I beat him pretty handily the first game. But the next 2 games, I just kept drawing Enhanced Hammers. I didn't know why. I didn't see the third one yet. But, I had 2 Enhanced Hammers in my hand the whole game, and I was against Rizzy and Genesect, so it was just, drawing bad. So I won game 1, lost the next 2 games. I was pretty upset. And then I played against, this Brazilian Pokedad the next round, and near the end of the first game, I had 2 Enhanced Hammers in discard, I top-decked an Enhanced Hammer. In my mind, I'm literally just what is this? What is going on? I have to do something. I just felt terrible right away. I was I messed up. So after the first game, I actually ended up calling the judge. I was like, hey, I have an extra enhancement on my deck. I don't know how this happened, but here it is. And then they took 5 or 10 minutes. They came back. They took it out of my deck. They only gave me a warning, so I thought I was about to get DQ'd from Worlds. I was sweating bullets.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, fortunately, nothing bad really resulted from it. But yeah, always I even double or triple checked. I still don't know how I didn't count 60. But
So you probably got stuck?
yeah, I don't know. They're Ultra Pros. I feel like they don't always get stuck, but
Yeah, Ultra Pros don't stick often. Maybe Dragon Shields.
it was really weird. Yeah, that's my story.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Live and learn.
Yeah, at least you didn't get DQ'd.
Yeah, I was the happiest man in the world. I didn't get DQ'd. I was I don't even care if I do that anymore. I didn't get DQ'd. I felt great.
So, do y'all like Worlds being in Boston this year or no?
I'm excited. I've never been. It'll be fun.
Honestly, I'm not digging it. We just got back from DC, and now we're going to Boston. Both are very anchored in American history, and while that's awesome, it just seems repetitive to me. But I also don't like cold, so I'm
digging the East Coast thing. But
I'm not. I'm West Coast.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
I don't mind the road trip.
I was expecting it to be, LA again or San Fran or something like that.
Yeah,
I would have loved to go. Oh, yeah, Hawaii. I loved Hawaii. Both times I went there, and San Diego was great too. So many places are nice on the West Coast. Boston probably won't be too bad, but I think the only thing that really is annoying for me is the date, because I'm just going into college this next year, and a lot of the move-in days for places and orientation and stuff happens during the weekend of Worlds, which is so awkward.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Yeah.
It puts me in a really weird situation.
I missed the first weekend or something because of Worlds in San Diego.
Yeah, that might be what happens depending on where I get in, but I'm not too worried about it. It's all worth it for Worlds.
I like that it's in the U.S. again. Honestly, it's cheaper, and you're gonna get more people.
Yeah,
So
I like
it's
the.
you can drive there if you really want.
I like Worlds close to Europe. I think Europe has a growing player base. It's good to involve them. I think the Japanese, a lot of them will come wherever Worlds is. They're just so dedicated. Some of them. I don't know.
Now, do you hate that the last chance LCQ is gone?
Nah.
Not really,
I think
but
that's really good.
The new structure is really good, I think.
I'm digging the new structure.
I'm into
the
it.
structure
It's
is
intense.
super easy to get an invite and very accessible to everyone, so you don't have to play year round.
I like the day 2 thing where there's levels to it. It's there's day 1, but day 2 is some people are saying day 1 is a glorified grinder. That's what people have said. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Day
hope
2's gonna
day
be a
2
mission, boy.
I hope in day 2 they have longer times, so like 3 and 75 or something.
Yeah,
Less
that'd
than
be good.
350
Yeah.
for day 2 is going to be absolutely terrible. It was
You don't
so
want
bad
ties
after
on day 2
Yeah,
if you can avoid it.
But I think World Points from last year is gonna carry over for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's gonna do it like the week after Nats.
Yeah, they normally press them, like you said, right after Nats. You can check your account and see how many you already have on Worlds. It'll say, like, you earned this many, but this many are rewarded so far.
World's points.
That's
I wish
60.
I had those.
What are world
Yeah.
points?
I got 50, man.
High
I
five.
got 80.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, she got 80
Finished
at
up my
top
invite with
16.
that.
I would be in now if I had World's points.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
It's
get it
okay.
without most points though.
Yeah, I just need day 2. I'm 30 away.
I'm
about y'all?
actually 35 away. So
For what?
if I day 2, I have 5 more points left. So I have to get top 16 or better.
What about you, Squeaky?
I'm 48 away.
What
For invite?
about everyone else?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm
Bria.
22 away, but that's with 5 LCs left, so.
I have a lot of LCs left as well.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of people getting it this weekend.
Yeah, I imagine.
4 regionals? Yeah.
It's gonna be fun watching Facebook.
How many points do you think you will need for her to get top 16 though?
Hard to
If
say.
it's America only, probably like.
I think probably like 600
500.
plus.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
gonna
So
yeah,
say
that's
top
top-
16, 600
Because top 8 nationals get 300, aside from first getting 500.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
completely forgetting nationals.
And second
I
getting,
think 600.
First,
600 is a pretty safe number.
I think 600 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bare minimum maybe 575.
But you gotta think
Maybe.
the top 8 nationals, you gotta think they have at least 300 points. Probably.
In addition to however money they have
And
already, yeah.
then they already get 300 plus more right there. So that's half of the top
600
16
sounds
right
like a
there.
good number.
I think war points is going to screw a lot of people over. Like all of a sudden, somebody's going to get like 80 or 90 points and just change everything. Or like I don't know how many points Worlds gives out.
I don't think they're going
Yeah,
to count world
great.
points in top 16.
Oh, they already said it. They
Oh,
already
they
had
did?
how many. Yeah.
Yeah, they said it all.
I think it was everything was the same except for top 64. Now it gets 40 instead of 50. I think that's what they did.
Oh. So world's points are counting towards top 16 for day 2 stuff?
Yeah.
I from what I remember,
That sounds-
I thought they
Yeah.
weren't, but I could be wrong.
So like the top 4 from last year at Worlds, they're only getting invites for day 1. So technically, they're just getting 300 points added to their points, which makes sense. It's like you're getting 300 points on top of what you already have for the season. So if you get 300 and something plus the 300, you're probably gonna day 2 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But you still got to work
Jeez.
for it. They're making you work for it still, which is still good.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, this season's going to be pretty good. Hopefully next season brings more fun stuff too. I like the changes.
I think is it just this season is that 300 points is like, all right, we're gonna make it easier for people to get grab bags. That's the way I look at it. It's like, who wants grab bags? Everybody.
Well, I like that because it makes the Worlds promo less, I guess, lucrative.
I love how they brought back the actual bag this year. And like years past, it was just a paper bag.
But those bags suck though. I actually wanted the paper bag.
Oh,
My thing
yeah,
felt ripped.
I don't know.
that Worlds
It-
bag has trash in it.
I mean,
I guess
I
they
made
have-
money off those bags, man.
Yeah, I'd sell mine. I don't know. I
I
have
don't think
no
people
idea.
really
What
gonna
Have
buy
fun.
the plastic one.
I like the messenger bag a lot. The colors are beautiful.
I'm not good enough to get one of those.
So,
So.
I
I
was
sold.
just
That's what I sold.
I almost did. Man, I started 5-2, lost my last 2. I'm bad.
Worlds is honestly the most brutal tournament. Like, everybody's good. There's no room for error. It's just like
World was difficult.
it's the one tournament I've never done good at. Is Worlds.
I was happy I made it for the first time.
It's so fun just to play in Worlds too. Like, even if you're not doing the best, or
Yeah.
like,
Even if you're getting the privilege to play, that's what you've been doing the whole year, to play in Worlds.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
like-
like the
if you did
playoffs.
poorly, you still got in the Worlds. It's not
Yeah,
like you're
Exactly, and
bad.
you got the grab bag. And
And also
So
that
you
feeling
got
you just get to
something.
watch. Also that feeling watching grinders going on and you don't have to play or worry anything
Oh,
about
man,
that.
that's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't get to feel that this year.
No, that feeling when you're
Hopefully
waiting
not.
in line. That feeling when you're waiting in line to get your name tag.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so much
You're like,
longer.
yep. You're gonna be like,
The wearing the
line.
badge is always great too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the badge is nice.
It was so
You
nice.
get all the foreign people, they'll be like, wait, who's that? Oh, that's Brit from the U.S. You know, some people don't know faces, but they see the name. They're like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's okay. Nobody knows my name, so that's all good.
Same.
I just want people to be like, "Who's Josh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I like to hear."
No, they're gonna be like, oh, you mean Squeaky?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what they're
Josh
like.
looks like Squeaky. What?
It's the guy from the Team Fish Knuckles thing.
Yeah. Oh no, so sit down on this. So you want to talk about anything else? I can't think of anything else right now.
Nah, I'm good. I gotta go to League.
I have to do nothing.
I gotta build the fairy hard term deck and go playtest.
I'm just gonna
I
go
gotta
play.
make
It's so fun. It's so fun.
I gotta make sure I can beat that.
How about
I
you
don't
guys just
make-
don't test for it? That'd be cool. That sounds great, actually.
I'll just play 4 megaphones and 4 tool retrievers. I'm good.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Have fun
Oh
with
yeah,
this.
that'll be good. You'll
I'll beat that
real
deck
good.
loose to everything else.
Yeah, man.
Don't
I'm
you?
gonna play Mr. Mime just for you, Jose.
No, don't play
I
Mr.
played-
Mime. Mr. Mime is
I play
bad.
4 Lysander, boy. I'm gonna grab it.
4 lights
Four
in there, 4 burst
Lysander,
sticker.
4 Pokemon Catcher,
You do
4
whatever you want.
Megaphone, 4 Tool
Mr. Mime
Retrieval.
cost me a game. Fucking.
I
Right.
think Mr. Mime is a good card for the regionals. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think it's very,
Very
good,
underrated.
like, especially with maybe Landorus bad.
that's another one of my sleepers for regionals. Is
and
Mr. Mime. He's a sleeper.
Mr. Mime deck. Beats everything.
Cybolt
That's
boys.
paralyzed
Valley.
them to death.
Alright,
I'm
I'm out of
sorry.
here.
No,
Don't
he's
do
not
it.
paralyzed.
Alright. We are ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright.
guess
Yeah,
so.
Alright, thanks for y'all
Hey,
doing
good
this.
luck. Good luck.
Well,
Good luck
Good
to
luck
luck
to
to
everyone.
all
everyone.
Weekend.
regionals.
Alright, good
Yeah,
luck.
good luck, guys. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
Peace.
All right. Peace.
Make sure your deck has 60 cards.
Yeah.
Alright, make sure you write dowsing machine. That's very important.
Alright, later, guys.
All right,
Alright.
guys.